What's up, everybody? Matthew Ellis.
Chelsea Keslow.
And we are coming back at you. Feels good.
Yeah, I got a cheese in my mouth.
Cheese cracker.
Cheese cracker.
I was like, I hope I can say my name if I put this in my cheese.
You're just chewing on it like a chaw.
Yeah.
We are so excited to be back in the studio.
Thank God.
Yeah, it feels good. The breaks always sound good until I have to spend time with my family.
Yeah, and then I get like really grumpy.
And then I'm like, man, I just need to get drunk with my people.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I like that he called us his people, but not his family.
Yeah. What the hell?
What? I called you my people.
Yeah. No, but your family's not your people.
They're my family.
It's totally different, bro.
Right. I mean, you guys are like family. and they're like, see you at Thanksgiving.
They're like, your kids are like, see you at Thanksgiving.
Don't laugh. Yours are too.
Yeah, I know.
So hard.
Oh, we got our wee Huey,
Yeah.
our petite Huey, joining us each and every week. The
I'm almost
producer.
6 foot.
What?
What?
Oh, okay.
He is our little Huey.
He's our little Huey, petite wee Huey.
Always trying to do the right thing and getting into trouble.
The producer, Caleb Howe. Feel good to be back, my man?
Oh, it's phenomenal.
It does feel phenomenal. I'm happy to be back.
What are you drinking?
I don't know. Some beer. I grabbed
Read
earlier.
it. What's the name?
Under the Sun platform.
We got a little platform news getting ready to come at everybody.
It's a white tea IPA.
That was mine.
I don't even like tea.
You at least have to let me taste it, you jackass. I got you
Oh.
the strawberry fruit one.
I don't even like tea. It's fucking
He
good.
picked it because it's pink.
Right.
He was like,
He's
this looks like my
"This
style.
looks delicious." We're going to be kicking it over to the producer in just a little bit. He's going to be hitting us with what we're talking in news of the week, as well as what our main topic of the week is. Before we do that, Chelsea's got a month off.
Wait, of what?
No beer reads.
Oh, yeah.
No featured beer this month. We're just drinking.
I was like, I have a month off.
Yeah, don't come back to the podcast.
right.
You're on sabbatical.
after we are just talking about how good it felt to be back.
I was so confused.
You got a month off. No real responsibilities.
That
Just
would be sweet.
drink and have fun.
I don't even know what I would do.
That's right. Before we kick it over to the producer with the news of the week and our show topic of the week, we're going to hit you with a little bit of business. Remember, you can check us out at heroesbythepint.com. Over there, you can link over to anywhere you stream your podcast services. Find us on all of our social media platforms and check out all of our sponsors. Some of our biggest and brightest sponsors.
Red Roof Inn.
Each and every time, be a budget hero, just like the Glassy Eyed Geeks. Vault Comics, Source Point Press, they are, I've said people a lot.
It's our bread and butter.
Yeah, they are the love of our lives. Love both of those comic distributors so much. Make sure you're hitting them with those discount codes.
HBTP, I almost forgot.
Almost forgot. It's been a while.
a minute.
And Caleb, you want to let people know about the special feature that we are our special featured sponsor.
Speak or ash can? Both?
No.
No, we're featuring one of our
Oh, yeah. We got them in the mail and they're so super tight.
yeah, they are super tight Ashcan Comics. Head over,
right.
check them out on all social media formats and support them on Patreon. Once you're over at heroesbythepint.com, you can link over to their page. You can also link over and support us on Patreon, and a little bit goes a long way.
Also, they're super tight because they're smaller and they fit in my hand better because I have small hands.
They're really tiny, really great art.
So if you're a carny and you have small hands, pick up Ashcan Comics.
For
It'll be
real, you know how
super,
like
super easy
you know how
for
when
you to read.
hold like the comics and sometimes like the pages like bend because you can't get like your whole hand behind it.
I didn't
That's my problem. Those are like perfect size.
I didn't tell you about this. I'll jump into it right after our last sponsor, near and dear to Chelsea's heart. This is her newest baby.
Yeah, Speak for the Unspoken. Our featured, what are we calling it? Pup of the Month?
Pup of the month.
It's pretty easy to remember. I don't know how I forgot. Our featured pup of the month, pup of the of the
Pump you up.
yeah, the puppy pint or whatever. His name is Winston. He's 4 years old. He is a double Merle Australian shepherd. And he's deaf and partially blind. So he's looking for a family that's a little more laid back. Definitely no little crazy kiddos.
Yeah.
But this guy has been with the foster organization for a year this month. So he's been looking for that family for quite some time. He's totally house trained, super good on a leash, just a pretty chill dude.
Adopt,
Yeah.
don't shop.
Adopt him. Check out speakfortheunspoken.com
I like that slogan.
Yeah.
/adopt.
That's right. Speak for the Unspoken. Great organization. Make sure you're supporting them. And if anything else, make sure you're just sharing their posts, trying to get the word out, get some of these pups adopted, and get
cute.
them into loving homes. That's right.
They're sweethearts. We
Absolutely.
fostered one that we're keeping.
Yeah.
He's our foster fail.
Foster fail.
Little old Carlito.
Well, your last one was too, because your mom just adopted.
Yeah, I got my mom to adopt that one.
All right. Before we jump into news of the week, once again, we don't have a featured beer this month. We're just drinking,
the
having
faves.
fun, doing our stuff. But we would like to invite each and every one of you to grab something cold in a bottle or can and crack it open and enjoy it with us. I like Caleb's.
I know, he was like,
Made me laugh because it was already open.
and he did this dainty thing with his wrist,
I really do need
with his
to.
little carny hands.
I really do need to mount the napkins underneath here.
Yeah, the paper towel roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get them on my Ash Can Comics.
Have you ever had this before?
No.
Unveiled Brewing Company. Where are they from?
Oh, that's what we're drinking right now. Go ahead and now you want to sign up for more beer
All right,
reads?
so government warning, according to the Surgeon General. It doesn't really have one. This is a Mango India Pale
And
Ale.
I'm drinking the double.
You're drinking the double, and we got Caleb one, but he's not drinking it.
What's it called, dog?
Unveiled Brewing Company. I don't know where they're from, what they do, but their can art's really cool.
Can art's beautiful.
Which one did you get, Caleb? No, of the Unveiled.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it.
He'll get into
Unveiled.
it.
It's in California. Novato, California.
Oh, that's floral.
Ooh.
Try that.
Their double IPA, which Ellis is drinking, has currently a 3
Got a
point,
cup over there.
has a 3.5.
So far. Hold these.
Oh, she's got it.
That's my long arms.
So you have a 3.5 rating on Untapped,
Nice.
and that Mango IPA has a 3.4 rating.
Oh, okay.
Caleb is working really hard to help keep you up to date on everything we're drinking over on Untapped. Follow us at Heroes by the Pint.
See how good I was? I even got on the website and
know.
started putting ours in.
And you can.
Let you go, bro.
And
know.
where could you find us on Untapped? What's the easiest way to link over to that, Caleb?
Untapped.
Oh, it's on our webpage.
That's right.
Plug the
Heroesbythepint.com.
website, baby.
Heroesbythepint.com.
Plug the website.
I
Make
was
sure
like untapped.com.
make sure you're checking out our store over there. We're getting ready to update our t-shirt stock, as well as it doesn't feel like it right now, but it's almost hoodie weather, I promise you. We got some really fresh hoodies, stickers,
That was the most
koozies.
depressing line you could have gave us.
I know.
You don't
right?
love hoodie weather? Campfire?
love
in
hoodie weather.
Ohio, it's like 2 weeks and it's snow weather.
I love all of that.
I'm into
Remember that
it.
pic of us in the snow?
Oh,
That's us.
that's right. Winter sports hashtag.
Hashtag X Games.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's jump into news of the week. Caleb, what's
do
the
it.
rundown of news of the week?
News of the week. We're starting out with Titans trailer.
So
Good start.
I don't think it's a shock to anybody. We gave Titans season 1 a pretty terrible review. It wasn't my favorite. DC Network.
Did you even finish it?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna.
I kept falling asleep. Remember, I was like, dude, I've watched him, but I keep falling asleep, and I'm not going back. I've gone this far.
I'm gonna go back into it because I absolutely love the cast. I think all the characters are cast extremely well. I'm gonna jump back into it and just get through it because I'm not just gonna leave it hanging, even though I probably have no idea where I'm at.
You're gonna love that last episode, buddy.
Yeah, I've heard. But I'm going to get on my DC Network little soapbox here because Doom Patrol and Swamp Thing absolutely smash. And if Titans is a miss, I mean, That's okay. I don't
Yeah.
know, you know, like
Fuck it.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
It's not.
Right.
DC has this like, it's the same motto that I have in my life, the whole whatever forever motto. They're like, look, we're just gonna do what we want.
Yeah.
We're just
Marvel's out here like getting shit done, and they're just like, whatever. This is who we
The
are.
problem is that DC is trying to do like comic book accurate, and it's like not going well. And then Marvel's just throwing out just random crap, and it is going well, and it's kind of ruining the scene.
Well, and then when DC does stray off course, something like Titans,
Yeah.
it's like it was a miss. To me, it was way too dark. I was
Yeah.
talking with Kelly and Laura down at Secret Identity, our local comic shop, and Laura was like, "Oh, that's what I wanted," and I was like, "I love dark DC,
Right.
but Titans to me is not a dark. It's just not something that you put a dark spin on. It's
Not that dark.
yeah, and it looks in this trailer. It looks like they're lightening up the mood.
It
I
looks
mean,
way lighter. I mean, crypto's in it,
right.
so
Crypto's in it. The first thing I saw was, which I don't really care for this actor, and I don't really like the way they're portraying Jason Todd. But Jason Todd like jumps in front of a newscaster and he's like, "Titans are back, bitches!" Like it
Yeah.
looks like it looks really funny. It looks like it's getting a little more lighthearted. The gang is coming together.
yeah, it's like Scooby Doo again.
That's right. That's right. So I'm actually pretty excited for it. And
I am too.
Deathstroke. The one thing that DC knows they have,
Deathstroke.
right? They can drop and hint Deathstroke into so many things, and people go crazy because you saw Deathstroke in Arrow season 2, and people like loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, you know, and then they had Deathstroke in the end of Justice League, and people like went insane for that end credit scene.
True. That might not go anywhere. What? Who
Well,
said
it's
that?
yeah, but that's the funny thing is like DC is just trying so hard to get Deathstroke into anything. They're like,
They're just like, yep. this is
But they
where we
won't like
commit.
commit.
right, like
It's
just
so frustrating. It's like just do it.
get it out, man.
It's like that dude that keeps ghosting you.
right,
But then like every now and then I'll just be like, "Sup?" And you're like, "Oh, that guy. Yeah, let me talk to him again."
right.
Talk to him.
I know how that goes. So
I know. I
hard.
know you do. You've been ghosted. We all have.
yeah, so yeah, I'm excited to see where Titans season 2 goes, and Doom Patrol's getting a second season.
That'll be great.
We're coming at you next week with a Swamp Thing episode, and I mean,
Pretty hyped.
Swamp Thing is just—it's depressing to me that it got canceled after
Because it's so awesome.
it's so incredible.
I really want Caleb to watch it. I hope it's not too scary.
It's scary.
I'm so excited.
It's like
Well,
Caleb, you
picture
can do it. You can do it.
picture The Ring and like The Omen
Okay.
and like Swamp Thing all coming together. It's
Well,
along
that's the
those
thing is
lines.
like it sounds scary. Oh yeah, Swap Thing. That's not scary.
He's a good dude. I mean, I could feel like I could have some beers with Swamp Thing.
I
Hang
feel
out.
like we could.
Yeah, paddle out there. And honestly, I couldn't do that. Murky water's like not my thing.
No,
I just can't swim.
stick with what? Really?
I'm not a great swimmer.
Yeah, me either.
Like,
You're both not strong swimmers.
So that's next time. Hopefully everyone checked out our story a couple weeks ago. Let's have a swimming race, Caleb.
Yeah,
that would be awful.
We have a pool.
That would maybe almost be evenly matched. It
Yeah.
would be so
We
terrible.
can use the
God.
pool.
We
You guys can go from one end to the other.
can get our floaties on.
Yeah,
I want to be
your
safe
puddle
out
jumpers.
there.
You don't want to be. It's only 5 feet. Can never be too safe.
And drowned in a foot of
You
water.
have like a noodle. You know, like a noodle
Yeah.
on your
You
way.
drowned in a foot of water. If you
A
you ever
puddle
heard of
if-
freshwater blackout? That's a real thing.
puddle if you've ever
What?
seen glass?
What?
You can die in a puddle if you've ever seen glass.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's true.
You just drown him in a pothole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of other news. What are we coming out with, Caleb?
The sale of platform.
Yeah, local brewery.
R.I.P.
Local to Cleveland, right? They started in
I
Cleveland,
think so. Yeah.
and then Columbus, Cincinnati, and then I
And-
believe Pittsburgh.
They just made millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean-
They increased production from 6,500 barrels last year to 20,000 this year, and then sold that B.
Wow. I mean, good for them.
Yeah, solid beers. Really beautiful locations.
By
Yeah.
the way, they're like so. They're the AB is like calling these group of brewers
Yeah.
that they're gaining as the Brewers Collective, and they're trying not to change the craft brewery scene.
Okay.
So here's the thing about Anheuser-Busch. When they bought Breckenridge.
Right. Actually, Caleb, do you want to give us a rundown of all the breweries they own, the craft breweries?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I know you said Breckenridge. I know
Breckenridge,
they own Goose
InBev,
Island.
It's Breckenridge, Goose Island, Now Platform. They have, oh my gosh, what's the other one? I think there's a bunch now. There's probably a dozen.
They own Blue Point Brewing Company, Breckenridge, Devil's Backbone.
That's the one I was
Yeah.
having trouble remembering.
I don't even know how to say it. ELYSAN.
Oh, Elysian.
Elysian Brewing Company, Four Peaks, Goose Island, and Now Platform.
Yeah.
So when I I toured Breckenridge
Yeah.
right after they were, well, it wasn't right after. It was probably like 8 months after they were acquired by Anheuser-Busch. And straight up asked the lady that gave us our tour, I was like, you worked here before.
Right.
Now you've gone through the acquisition. Like, shoot it to me straight. How's it been? And she's like, I'm not going to lie. They did everything they could to, like, not touch what we were doing.
Yeah.
Like, they just kind of, like, let us do what we had been doing, but they gave us more money to do it well. And she's like, so it's cool because they're super hands off,
Right.
which is what I was hoping she would say,
Yeah.
of course. But, yeah, I mean, if that's true, and it seems like
Yeah.
if you had Breckenridge beer before and you had it after, it still feels
Right.
the
think-
same. And if you go out to the brewery, it's like a really cool
Yeah.
experience.
I think it's kind of like the saying. It's just gonna be. It's not gonna be as fun beer, but it's gonna be more consistent beer. Like that's just
Yeah.
kind of like Platform's beers will still be Platform's beers. Like they're consistent ones that they pump out.
I
It'll
just wonder
be
if
more
they're going to
consistent.
do anything insane because Platform's been cranking out like
Yeah, crazy beers. I don't
the
think they will.
frosted donut banana beer
Yeah.
and like I never had it, but it looked really good if I wanted dessert. But
I'd assume that's part of why they bought them, though.
yeah,
Or is to get
I
their
don't-
hands on those recipes and those ideas. And they're really good about not just like coming in and firing people. Like they usually let everybody stay.
well, and I think I heard the owners are staying on to oversee,
Mm-hmm. That's what happened at Breckenridge too.
Cool.
which I'd be taking my cash and
I'd be like,
open-
bye, bitch.
yeah, I'd be opening up a brewery in Jamaica or something.
Right.
Be like, oh, it's
Drinking
not-
out of pineapples.
right, right. It'd be a whole different life.
Yeah, no way, dude.
So yeah, cheers! Congratulations to Platform. If AB is looking at picking up a podcast, we're for sale.
yeah, that's
Right?
the thing. Like we're not picky. So
Change whatever you want.
Yeah,
Right,
we'll do
we're
whatever.
For sale.
our standards are pretty low.
Oh, you got a toupee you need me to wear? All right.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll Dan Rather it.
Me too.
All right, moving on. Caleb, you wanted to talk a little bit of this.
Oh, Marvel through 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit us with what you know.
Oh man, hold on. Let me get the list here.
Yeah, just put the pressure.
Yeah,
on them.
just like on the spot right there.
It's
huh?
It's almost like you didn't know what we were about to be talking
it's a
about.
lot of stuff.
It's all the stuff.
I mean, it's not too bad, right?
Yeah, I guess like I just saw such like an extended like format.
Right.
They're getting ready to run.
Hold on.
So the very next thing that they're essentially working on is going to be the Black Widow movie,
Right.
and
Yes.
there's
Which you're insanely hyped for.
oh yeah, I'm pumped for that.
Me too.
It's it's a spy espionage movie.
it's
Like
gonna be dope.
like I'm going to be excited for a spy.
She's like
espionage.
badass Carmen Sandiego.
Carmen Sandiego is pretty badass all on
Yeah,
her
except
own,
she
right?
doesn't use guns.
Yeah,
which
but-
I guess makes her even more badass.
Yeah, have you seen the new cartoon, man? She was
But
on
there's
it.
nothing like dropping clips.
Right.
I don't know. There's like next level badassery associated
The
with that.
Eternals, Doctor Strange 2,
yeah.
Black Panther 2, Shang-Chi, which
Yeah.
I don't know anything about. That's something
No, I don't
I
either.
have no
But
knowledge
We're gonna
about.
have to learn.
I bet you
It's
his.
much like Iron Fist.
I bet you
Oh!
Shang-Chi and Iron Fist are like homies. I've read Shang-Chi showed up in some Iron Fist books I've read.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
How hyped are you?
And they didn't really talk about that too much because James Gunn said he wanted them to hold back
Well, he
because
hasn't.
of Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Right.
he hasn't. Like, I think he's written the whole script. He just hasn't put like the final touches on it.
Right.
So like some things are still like up for change.
Right.
It's like they haven't even released the title except it's just Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Right.
I feel like that's a good title.
I mean,
Yeah.
same as the other ones. Yeah.
I mean, everyone will know what it is.
Right.
And then they read all the ones that they were going to release on Disney Plus. So like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision. What I'm most excited for is Loki,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then Hawkeye.
And I'm super pumped for that. Loki also just debuted a new #1 comic.
Oh really?
Marvel just released a brand
didn't
new
know that.
Loki title. Yeah, so it just came out. Supposed to be a good read. Marvel's crushing it right now with Absolute Carnage is smashing off the shelves, and so yeah, Marvel's got their game together.
This is definitely a different art style for him too.
Yeah,
And in the first comic, he's just tossing around Mjolnir.
yeah. Well, hey,
You gotta do what you gotta
you
do.
got to be worthy.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
It's on the cover.
Yeah, you got to be worthy.
You're either worthy or you're not.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, man. It's just too much Marvel stuff
A
coming out.
lot. That's a lot.
And me, I'm over here just like, when is Paper Girls dropping? When is Harrow County dropping?
Oh my
When
gosh,
is-
I'm dying
Like-
for the Sci-Fi Harrow County. I keep checking. I'm like, dude.
And that's
When
kind
are
of
we
leading
gonna cover
into our main topic today, is something we're all really hyped about. I've been hyped about it for so long. Started reading the comics, and I was just kind of like shoving it in your guys' face. But
I'm glad you did.
Cheese it and wine.
Cheese It and
And
wine.
That's what's up. We got Cheez-Its. Well, Cheez-It like crackers.
And
Open wine. Whoa!
well, that was actually a good
Thanks,
sound
buddy.
effect.
What is this? It's really good.
All right,
Oh, it's a sweet wine.
up top now.
Perfect for Cheez-Its. Oh god. You can't catch square crackers in your mouth like this on the fly. Holy shit.
Oh, Caleb's so good at that.
He
Norm.
just caught it with his hand. He was like, I'm not catching square crackers in my mouth. Dude, that wine is good.
All right, well, let's drink it tonight.
Okay, cool.
Caleb, you might have to look this up for us. I read it in passing. Cheese
So it is
Don't
House
worry.
Wine.
Don't worry, Chelsea's got it. Just
House Wine Box and Cheez-It are partnering up. You're going to be able to buy them together in one box because House Wine's a box wine.
That's right.
It's actually a pretty high quality box wine, so it can be expensive. So the combo pack is going to be $25.
oh man,
I can't think of a mashup that's better.
I think they're also.
I love that their pictures on their website are like with like wine and like grape cutting boards.
Yeah.
And cheese cutting boards, and it's just got Cheez-Its and grapes on it.
I think they're mostly hitting the divorcee market.
They are.
Yeah, they're like.
It's like you're poor, child support hasn't kicked in.
Yeah,
All you can afford is Cheez-Its. You can't buy that Havarti no more.
yeah.
And you're not gonna not buy wine, so
But you
might
gotta
as well-
you gotta go for the box wine.
Right,
Dude,
but-
I wonder if we could get House Wine as a sponsor. That'd be dope. That would be sweet. It'd be a whole new podcast.
So we're
Chelsea
just
would be drunk.
we just made a beer run.
I'd have headaches all the time.
Yeah, we just made a beer run, and as we were checking out, Caleb entered in a different code to get some store points.
Yeah.
And
My
what,
mom's.
And what spits out? A wine coupon.
That's right. They can't really provide coupons for alcohol, so it was like a rebate. You had to fill it out, but you got $2 off.
Way to go, Jan. Way to drink that wine up.
Off of Barefoot Wine, which is already only like $7.99.
Kroger's is like, we got you, girl. Here's the night on us.
I'm pretty sure my mom doesn't drink barefoot either. So
Pretty sure your mom would.
I bet you if it was $5.99, she'd be like, well.
I bet she could get that $2 mail-in rebate. She'd be drinking barefoot every day.
So, Cheez-Its and wine.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. You got to do the combo. It is a thing.
No.
Okay, so there's the Cheez-It. Little swig.
Yeah.
It's good, right?
It's good.
Balanced.
So, are we going to drink the bottle of wine tonight on the
I
episode?
don't know.
You know
This
what
is your special, like, Michigan wine.
Nah, I'll buy more. They can mail us more. You know what I would say?
Oh yeah, did you see they have like a subscription service where you get wine in the mail every month?
Yes.
That's for real. Type.
You know what that's
Dude,
almost
that's
like?
what I want. But okay, so I have this ongoing question with things like this.
Yeah.
So there's one that's like hunt a killer, and if you choose to, they'll send you a bottle of wine with a package of like it's like adult Clue. But I'm always like, what do you do? Just like enter your birthday online, and they're like, okay, sounds
But
good.
you know what?
Or do you have to like send a photo of your ID? Like,
Yeah.
I've never done it, so I don't know how it works. Have you?
No, but you know what the crazy thing is
We mail beer to people.
with like the hunt the killer thing is they actually send out a box to the killer. And
Right.
they're like, okay, you got to go out and murder now.
Here's some clues.
They're
on
like,
how to
guess
find
what?
her.
Right.
they'll be starting to chase you on March 31st.
Right.
So get out there.
So get out and murder somebody real fast.
There was a comic I read that was like that. I can't remember what it was. It was an indie comic, but basically they would give someone like a note in their mailbox with a number, and they would. This guy was like going off and killing people one at a time.
I gotta stop eating these cheeses because I'm
You're
in
just
the
like,
mic like.
So you'd get a number, like I'd get one, right? And then there'd be a tape, and I'd watch, and it was like, you have to kill this person. And if you don't, this person is going to kill your family that they have captive. So person number one would kill person number two, and then person number two would get orders to kill person number three. And it was like this chain murder that was just unable to be stopped because they were threatening you with like your children's lives and things like that. I forgot
Oh,
what the
man.
comic was, but it was intense, and it reminded me of that because it like came in the mail, and you're like, "Oh, what's this package?" And it's like, "Oh, I have to murder an entire family."
They
in
were
order to save mine.
they were
This is
threatening
awful.
you with absolute freedom.
But they're
in
like,
your
"Here's a
life."
bottle of wine."
like they're like, we could kill your kids and you'll have absolute freedom, or you got to go kill this other family.
Exactly.
You'd be like, well,
That was a real dark
Well,
turn there.
I'm gonna miss them at Thanksgiving.
full circle.
I know.
Yeah, you can join wine clubs, or you could sign up for that Heroes by the Pint Patreon over at heroesbythepint.com. And
We won't send you one.
But we will send you something
Cool.
because we have a winner every single month that we send sweet shit to.
speaking of which, we are doing a drawing tonight after the show.
Yep.
We have a sick Warped Wing package we're giving away.
We're gonna send you a half-open bottle of wine.
Right.
Yeah, that was supposed to be your gift, but
No, like Chelsea's
No.
here. It'll be an
It'll
empty
be gone.
bottle of wine.
You're gonna get a T-shirt, some sweet. I always say this.
Koozies.
wrong. Koozies. I used to say cozies.
cozy's like when you get super.
And then
close to
my
somebody.
like redneck ex-father-in-law was always like, they're called huggies. So now, I don't really know what they are, but you
Ah,
get two of
Huggies
those.
is good.
Yeah, a beer huggy, and then you also get some buttons
dope.
One more thing.
and like a bank pen.
Say hello to Hangover tomorrow. I mean, I'm just chugging wine, multiple different beers, slamming cheeses.
Caleb's working from home.
That's like my dinner.
I am working from home.
His boss texted him and was like, "Look, nobody's coming in tomorrow. Don't really
Nice.
see why you should work from home, bro."
Nice.
Yeah, I'm the only one that didn't take a work from home tomorrow. And
Yeah.
my boss was like, "Why are you going to work?" I was like, "Cause
I'm
that was
going
my
to
job."
Right. What I have to say is this episode, this topic, I'll try to do this,
Okay.
is going to be fucking diabolical.
Yeah.
What are we talking, Caleb?
That was a terrible Australian accent.
I tried my best. He's
wasn't
also
good.
supposed to be British
Put
and
another
not
ship in
an
the
Aussie.
hobby. He was like Scottish Australian.
You're right.
Yeah. Well,
I've been saying it to myself for weeks. It's like,
I know.
fucking diabolical.
That was like when you were practicing your kingpin.
yeah.
Well,
We were like, Vanessa.
Vanessa. That's right on. That's spot on.
Just stands in the bathroom mirror.
What are we talking, Caleb?
The Boys.
The Boys.
The Boys.
Out on Amazon Prime. It's
Yeah.
been cycling for a couple of weeks now. Bingeable, 8 episodes.
We did watch it in 3 days.
Yeah.
I really feel like we need audio clips in the podcast.
Yeah.
Because you could have been like, the boys are back in town. Like, you could have just hit it really
Ellis,
quick.
you
Right.
remember when I was like, we should get a soundboard for me?
That would be
want
sweet.
a-
And
I
you could
do
just be
want a
like,
soundboard.
Bam.
I've thought about it. Sometimes I listen to podcasts though that use soundboards, and I start to find it annoying because
Little music clips are funny, though.
they overdo it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
We'll look into it.
We
I'll
wouldn't
look
be
into
those
it.
guys.
we want to be. We're already the.
We
annoying-
wouldn't
We're not
overdo
Joe
it.
Rogan.
We wouldn't overdo it. We
Oh,
would
so you're
essentially we would become like what is that music?
We'd be like
EM.
we'd be Marshmallow.
Yeah, we'd be EDM. We'd be
You'd
an
be like
EDM
dubstep,
band.
I'd be
before
like
too long.
Marshmallow.
We'd be like,
You guys won't have the board over there.
you listen to
Only I
that.
get to
You can't limit our creative freedom.
Yeah, I can. That's literally my job.
So let's go into a bottle cap grade. That's literally my job. Let's go into a bottle cap grade for the boys. Chelsea, you read some of the comics. I've read through some of the omnibuses. So that's going to affect my grade on the overall show, I think, a little bit.
I'm going to treat them as separate entities.
Okay, so let's hear.
That's how they felt to me.
Let's hear your grade.
The comics, I would give like a 3.5.
Okay.
The show, I'd give like a 3.94-ish. It was really fun, but
It's
it was
super fun.
It definitely had like its. Without jumping ahead, the ending sucked.
Yeah, the ending
So
wasn't
that makes
my
me
favorite.
take it to like a 3. But
Right.
So I mean, I guess they rank kind of around the same, but they were just like really different in my opinion.
So for me, I would come with the comic at like a 4.2, and with the show, I'm coming in at a 3.5.
Strong.
With that being said, I absolutely loved it, but the differences and some of the misses for me, it was like so glaring to the way like the book translates to the way that the show came out.
So the content and the books were it was heavier than the show.
I mean, yes.
In my opinion, it was just like,
The comics were effed, dude.
yeah,
Like, they were rough.
They just
Did you
felt-
read some of them?
A couple of them. Yeah.
They felt more intense to me.
I feel like they were.
Maybe it was because I was in like a quiet place.
I think they were. I think they were intense, but I also feel like the jokes were like super, like way raunchier.
They were, which maybe is part of why it was like more of a miss for me. Is it just not that I don't like a good raunchy joke, but in combination, it was just like the flow was not quite right for me personally.
Right.
Where the show was, for lack of a better way of putting it, less strategic. So I could just like chill out and watch it, and it was like fun.
So at the very beginning of the omnibuses, there's this huge write-up from the editor of Dynamite, and he lays out. He was involved with this book when it was at Wildstorm, which was a DC imprint.
Right.
And the most shocking thing to me, this is why I loved the comic so much, is because in my mind, I just envisioned these characters as the Justice League, because this
Right.
was originally pitched to DC Comics, and Garth Ennis fully believed that this was going to be canon and this was going to fit inside of the DC universe.
And honestly, I wish it had. But when I was watching
To see?
when I was watching it and reading it, that's like how it's so glaringly obvious that those
Yeah.
are the characters.
Right.
That's all you can think of.
Yeah. And to me, that was just so insane and hilarious on another level, because as I'm reading this, I'm just like,
That's how it would be.
Yeah, but I'm like, how in the hell did this guy think like DC's gonna go for Superman just dropping his pants and like
Yeah.
demanding to be filleted?
Right.
DC's gonna be like, well, it is a funny
And then
story.
Aquaman's like, me too.
Right.
So is Batman. They're just all there, like, hey.
right?
That's where in the show, like, they kind of took that moment and it wasn't quite as intense because it was just
Yeah, and
the Deep or Aquaman.
yeah, it was just Aquaman, and
They missed out on a lot of deep jokes.
right, they
But
did
I
miss out on a
felt
lot
like-
of deep jokes.
I was like, there's so many jokes that may or may not happen, and they didn't. And
It was-
I was like, maybe that's low hanging fruit.
In the book too, there is less of a women empowering moment to that, which like not that there's ever an empowering moment for a woman to be put in that position, but in the show they definitely turned it into like this.
Well, in the show, I'm gonna screw up her character's name.
Starfire.
Starfire. I want to call her Starlight, and I don't
Yeah.
know why. No, Starfire makes a point to say like it's like kind of reminiscent of the Me Too movement in the sense that she's like, hey, this happened to me. This was bad. I'm gonna just say it and put it out there, right? And there's all
At a
kinds
Christian summit.
at a Christian summit about saving yourself from marriage. But there's been a lot of conversation around how difficult it is for a victim to come out independently like that.
Yeah.
So I think there was like a weird statement being made there,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is kind of cool. But in the comic, no, it was definitely like the Batman Superman show.
Right.
And obviously not Batman and Superman, but I mean Batman and Superman.
Right. Well, and also like in the comic, they continue to. I would say through at least.
It is Starlight, by the way.
Yeah.
It's Starlight.
Not Starfire.
It's not
Starfire
Starfire.
is from Teen Titans.
From Teen
Oh,
Titans.
you're right. Yeah, Starlight.
Okay.
Sorry, I was bothering.
Yeah, I
I
had
thought
it
I was
right.
right and you were wrong. but I trusted you. Did you see
Right.
that? I was like, well, he knows.
In the comics too, like I would say the Justice League, the Seven, like they're not really that involved. It's a story about the boys. It's a story
Yeah.
about Butcher and Eminem and Frenchie, the female, and then Huey. The scene where comic to the show where Huey loses his girlfriend.
Yeah.
How incredibly awesome
It's
was
just intense on both accounts. We were watching it with a couple of friends and
My sister and her boyfriend.
her boyfriend, and she was asleep, but
Yeah.
her boyfriend was like, "Oh my God, that's her spine." And I was like, "Yeah, it's been talked about on Reddit."
Oh my god. It was
Is that your favorite scene?
That scene was intense.
that scene was awesome. No, definitely not. My favorite scene is the pop claw scene. Like that was just like, so
My favorite scene is the dolphin.
Caleb and I both were like, "Oh my God," during that scene.
the pop claw scene.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's
I
not a
agree
cat
with the
burglar.
dolphin scene.
The
I love the
dolphin where
lobster scene.
the slow mo through the glass, and
Oh,
then it gets
yeah.
hit by a
Truck runs
truck,
it over.
It was
and he's just sitting there on the ground like a whole.
And he's like, "If I touch it, will you shut up?" Like he's in this romantic relationship with this porpoise. His whole character, and like he drives a Hummer.
oh, dude, it was
He's doing like ocean cleanups, but driving a Hummer, caressing dolphins.
right.
What did his sign say when he was doing the apology? An apology with a porpoise.
No,
Yeah, it was the news. Like at the bottom, it was scrolling. Instead of apology with a purpose, it was like apology with a porpoise.
That was so funny, man.
yeah, I love like the one thing that I learned most importantly from the boys is the tragedy that can come from the female orgasm. I mean, you got
You have
Pop.
to be, you can't be too safe.
Yeah, you got Pop Claw crushing her landlord's face, skull.
Like a pumpkin, like a rotten
That dude
pumpkin.
becoming having an ice penis.
Right.
Yeah.
Starfire about blinded damn Huey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to be careful. I mean, like you said, you can't have enough protection this day and age with supers.
No, you should go in like full. I can see why they didn't want to take their suits off. They would like take only their pants off.
Right.
It's like you gotta be careful. It's hard out there in the city.
Plus that dude's got gills. So
yeah.
The Gil rape scene was a lot.
Oh, that was gross. And, but she was into it. I mean, she was like,
Yeah, but okay, he was basically being raped. He wasn't. But just because she's into it,
Well,
that
I
makes
mean,
it actually more fucked.
but there's also this thing called consent by erection.
No.
So if he was
Ellis.
erect,
Oh my God.
that's true.
No.
Look it up. Law.
It's not.
That's true.
No.
Yep. Get your dad on the phone.
We need to know. Write to your senator. That's not consent by erection's not a thing, dude.
Pretty sure
You
it
can be
was.
totally turned on and still not want to have sex with someone. That's absolutely. You need to watch the T video I made my kids watch.
Did you ever hear of you know the singer back in the day, Chuck Berry, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he was in trouble for like Chuck Berry, African American rock and roll, the heart of rock and roll. Honestly, I mean, everybody knows Chuck Berry's.
He was
tunes.
like the
King of
OG
rock and roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Loves sleeping with white women, which who doesn't?
Right.
He got in trouble with this.
That was a fun fact that you threw in there.
Fun fact, Alice really likes to sleep with.
Anyways, he would take a picture. He would take a picture with. He would take a picture with him and his lady of the night, naked, smiling on the bed. So he had it.
That's
Classy.
a Gene Simmons move. That's
So
where
if-
Gene Simmons got that idea.
So if anything were to ever happen, he'd be like, "Look, I have this picture. We were both naked and we were having fun.
Right.
Like we're here smiling. We're
That's honestly really sad because at that time, I mean, Chuck Berry like predates Elvis. And at that time, he literally had to create like a fucking Polaroid trail to prove that just because he's a black guy, he wasn't having unconsensual sex.
But it's also not just like
I almost drank my Cheez-Its.
I don't want to say like back then, but like it's still a
Shit, do that now. Kids, take a Polaroid
It's
every time
still
you
a
hook
thing.
up.
No,
Make sure everybody's smiling.
get it on your story.
Put it on your Snapchat.
They're just sitting in the corner like.
Cover all your bases.
I'm just saying it's like,
He's like, and now you can leave.
right. All right, back
I mean,
to the
honestly,
boys.
you can't be too safe.
Back to the boys. How did you feel about Homelander and also the change from the book to the show where Homelander is essentially the first person who tries to Harvey Weinstein Starlight?
So hated him in both.
Yes.
I feel like that means the writers did a good job.
I felt like it was weird because to have him turn evil at the end of the first episode, I thought they saved that, you know, that rape scene with Starlight. I thought they
Yeah.
saved that for them to kind of build this like aura around Homelander, like maybe he's not that bad
In the comics.
in the show.
Okay.
Because in the comics, like right away, he's like,
So I was wondering about that. I was like, why wasn't he included in that scene when in the comics he was?
right.
Maybe it's in an effort to preserve his character and then have it take a hard turn, but Caleb can tell
literally
you,
took
I
a hard
said
turn,
so
like-
many times, I fucking hate this guy. Like, he's like take the most annoying frat boy you know,
Yeah.
make him blonde and
Yeah.
strong, and then have him wear American flag stuff, and like he's absolutely the douchiest guy on earth.
So you're essentially talking about like the Sugar Ray lead singer.
Yeah.
Lead singer from Sugar Ray.
That's exactly what I feel like. Yes, like
He's the
bad
douchiest guy on
frosted
earth.
tips.
Yeah.
Like you're just a kind of a piece of shit. You're always like, "What up?" when you see your friends. Like I just cannot stand his character. He's absolutely
Did it look like he had like cotton balls in his cheek or something? It was something like
I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, "Look, we need you to shove cotton balls into your
Need your-
cheek to make your jawline just a little more American."
little stronger.
A little more American.
That kind of personality is just like so insanely unappealing to me. Like he was absolutely repulsive
Yeah.
in both the comics and the show.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's good.
Yeah. I mean, they did a great job. The actor's name, I want to say Anthony Starr, and I think I'm right.
It's a douchey name.
I think I am.
That's a douchey name. You want to come on the show, Anthony? Hit us up.
Defend yourself.
I thought he did a good job, though. Like
He
he
did.
made himself look like Jason Bateman.
Yeah, and he also was just like so hateable, and honestly, that's what that role was.
Anthony Starr.
I'm
You
not-
don't
I'm
think
sure
he
they
looked
weren't
like Jason
We want
Bateman
you
a little
to be
bit?
just like Superman and have like your shit together, and people are gonna love you. They were like, you need to be someone that's hated. Like he was great at that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Good
lie,
job.
I loved all the Captain America memes of like watching the show, like watching him ruin the American legacy
Oh,
Captain America has made for the last 10 years, and then he's like, just all the memes around it. Like I loved all the old man like Captain America memes where he's like, well, can't do anything now.
Yeah.
He's old.
I like the one thing I thought was a miss too was, and I guess it's the way they translate things from the book to film, because some things work in the comics and the stories can be so complex and so kind of convoluted at a certain point, you know, of just insanity. But the way they used Compound V, I guess it worked really well in the film.
Yeah.
Or in the show. I liked it in the book a little bit more. And then for me in the book, like Frenchie and the female, like I wanted more of that because
Yeah.
they're just these like killing machines that are jacked up on Compound V. And like the female in the book is one of my favorite characters.
And like animalistic.
yeah.
Are
and
you
she
talking
just-
about Kimiko?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimiko.
She just has like this bloodlust
Yep.
and she just rips people's
She rips them apart.
faces off.
Yeah.
Like in the book, she just like that's her thing. She's like, let me just let me
She's
rip
like
your
a
face
honey
off.
badger.
What's I think it's she played. Oh, why am
I can hear
losing the
Caleb
name?
crunching.
Yeah, I'm sure when I edit this, it's gonna be all of us. Katana. She played Katana.
Yeah, she played Katana in Suicide Squad.
So it's Karen Fukuyama.
Yes.
I really hope you're right.
Fukihara?
Fukihara. Go read it. Don't be an asshole. You're making me. You're trying to make it like I'm racist and you're the racist. That's her name.
No, I know. Fukihara is her name. But yeah, no, you were close.
I haven't read. I don't have it in front of me. I said Fukuyama.
The way you said it, you were just like Fukiyama?
Because I was guessing at what her last name was. She did.
Benihana.
She did an awesome job.
She did a great job.
Yeah, she's a great actress.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to see a little bit more when she
She killed not saying any words the entire show.
smashes A-Train's leg.
Oh, that was awesome.
But that was also the moment too, and I'm like, don't you just want to murder him now?
Yes,
like,
just kill him.
like let's just get that out of the
Admittedly,
way.
watching him crutch around was awesome.
Yeah, dude. You want to say Homelander was a douche? A-Train was the
It was
douchiest.
so douchey.
He's like, I gotta take these drugs to be the best.
Here's the thing. A-Train was an addict, whatever. Homelander's a douche.
Yeah, he's an addict too.
They both suck.
Yeah. Well, they're the seven.
And the Deep is like pathetic.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, he's like very, very sad.
right at a certain point.
Also, who wants to be Aquaman?
Also, all of the Ohio bashing was fantastic. How many times did they bring up Cedar Point? 4 times. I mean, it's sweet.
The savior of Sandusky? What do
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah, well, I thought
He was like, fuck Ohio. I was like, bro.
I was thinking about Caleb with the Deep because I think it was Lego Movie 2 where you're like, Aquaman's not the joke anymore. It's Green Lantern. And the boys were like, nope, Aquaman's the
kidding.
joke. Like, let's make serious
God, when he
fun of this.
tries
dude.
to save that lobster.
Oh,
He's like, that's my boy.
God.
He's like, no, not that one. That one's
that
my boy.
one, that one. Oh, man. And they're just like walking around in the unis all the time.
I hate. Okay, I brought that up to Caleb. I said,
Everybody
it
but
came
Starlight.
up with the Wonder Woman character. What's her name? Mauve or
Captain
Maeve.
Maeve.
Queen.
Queen Maeve.
Maeve?
Queen Maeve,
Mabel.
yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, wait.
Anyway, I was like,
sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
The opening scene where she hits that armored car and it smashes around her. That is the baddest Wonder Woman scene ever. That was awesome. Where like the very opening scene, like the car chase, the bank robbery, and she like drops
Oh.
down and just like lets the armored car
Yeah.
wreck in. That was so
That was badass.
gnarly. I was like, that's what I want from the next Wonder Woman movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But she's in her stupid outfit all the time.
Yeah.
So that irritated me, but then as it turns out, that's apparently the theme. Like the Deep, when right before he gets, Gil violated, he's like, no, most chicks dig the suit. That's why I keep it on.
Right.
That's why I have gills.
So I have gills.
Homelander, like, is about to hook up with the one chick,
Right.
and he only takes off his pants. He still has his fucking cape on.
It was so
If
funny.
I was with the guy and he's like, let me push my cape to the side.
Well, no, he
So I gotta
did.
sit
She
down. I'd be
told
like,
him.
"Get out."
She told him just
No,
pull
that's
down your
not,
pants.
That's unacceptable.
She told him to
That's-
do that.
It's just that's weird.
okay.
You don't get to do that and then in like a full body torso suit and a fucking
So, a character we haven't dived into at all,
Best character.
Butcher.
Oh.
butcher.
Go best character. Who you got?
Black Noir.
Black
Oh.
Noir was my favorite too. When he
That
sat down
isn't-
at the piano.
That isn't Batman though,
Who's it supposed to be?
because in the books, Batman is Tech Knight,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
and there's Black Noir still. I don't know who Black Noir is supposed to be. A Daredevil? I
He's
don't
the
know.
best.
Dude, he's my favorite.
He's silent.
He just
He
like,
just plays piano. He doesn't say
That's
anything. He's just like. And
Uh,
he always gets all the compliments. Like when he came in, he was like, "You
They're
guys
like, except
suck.
for you, Noir.
Black Noir, you're killing it."
there's so some things we have to talk about. Huey's first murder
Okay.
A butt
And-
bomb.
The butt bomb.
and Butcher.
Okay.
So my
What do you want to
biggest
start with?
Carl Urban destroyed the role. He is like the perfect cast.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've read the books at all, we were talking about this off air. Butcher is extremely calculated.
Yes.
One step ahead, has a plan for everything, knows everything that everybody is doing before they're doing it.
Yeah.
And in the show, he's just kind of like this rage monster.
Okay, this will be a reference you understand. I don't know if it actually will hit home. In the comics, he's like Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
In the show, he's like Jules from Pulp Fiction. Where he's like, fuck, I just shot Marvin in the face. You're laughing
No.
because it's so true.
Jules is Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, Vincent Vega is who
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Vincent
Vincent
Vega.
Vega.
I can see that. Yeah, he is it's just the entire time. It's the reason I thought about this is because you're just talking about Homelander and his sex scene.
Yeah.
And that made me think about how like
He had multiple uncomfortable.
Butcher is all the time going off half cocked,
Yep.
much like Homelander in that sex scene.
But not in the books.
No.
In the books, he's like fucking James Bond.
Yeah, so Butcher in the books is like the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just out here smashing headstones and like
What was that scene? Okay, that's the other thing. There were so many scenes that just felt like they were tossed into the mix. Like if you took them out, would it have mattered at all?
Yeah.
There's probably 20 scenes like that.
Yeah. See, I feel like you said that about the plane crash scene. I feel like the plane crash scene was
which
pretty
plane
powerful.
crash scene were you talking about?
The
Where
with
they don't save the kid.
Yeah.
Okay. I was talking about the other plane crash scene. That plane crash scene, not super meaningful, except for it shows you that Homelander's evil.
Oh, the first one where he he
Right.
lasers.
Second plane crash scene, yes, impactful in the show.
How awesome was it though? Is like the kid's there with his dad who just blackmailed the head of.
He's like, "Aren't you
Vault
friends with
America."
him?
He's like,
As he's like,
and Homelander's like gives like the big American high. He's just
and then
like,
he lasers the
You know.
death.
okay, the ass bomb.
the butt bomb.
Oh, dude, how awesome was Translucent?
I love, first of all, that his name's Translucent. And they call attention to it in the show. They're like, that doesn't even mean clear. It means like a foggy glass, like a sea glass. Like it's transparent.
That's another whole part that I had an issue with the show is like Butcher when he's getting ready to fight Translucent. Like he steps up, and I had read some of the books, and I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Like he's going to have a plan. No, he just goes up to fight an invisible guy, like blindly swinging. Like
Yeah.
he's just like, oh, I'll
He does spit on him though.
Yeah, he did come up with a plan halfway through getting his head beat in.
Yeah.
But
Right.
in that scene too, when Translucent's like just hanging out in the women's bathroom.
And she's like, you're a perv.
3 times.
yeah. Yeah.
Caleb was like, does this guy just like hang out in the bathroom all day? I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah. Queen the
By
queen.
the way, Black Noir is like super powerful in the comics.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so like what is
I haven't seen anything really.
So his powers and origin were a mystery for a long time until it was revealed that he is an insane clone of Homelander.
Oh.
So his powers include
So he could kill Homelander?
agility, berserker strength, flight, heat
that's what it
vision,
is.
and
What,
vulnerability.
Berserker strength?
Berserker. Berserker strength is
Berserker.
like Wolverine when he
Right.
gets
Like
angry.
you go mad and you get
Super
Oh.
strength, yeah. Longevity, sonic scream, stamina, super speed, super strength.
Can I say something? The laser eye is the stupidest fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's just annoying.
Superman, Wonder Woman, and also what's up with the
Brightburn.
ice breath? Like those are the most annoying
Okay.
things about Superman, right? Can I be
It's
like,
part of
why
why
do
I
his
stopped.
why do his eyes like
Yeah.
shoot lasers? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, are you
This is
cyborg?
part of like
dude?
why I stopped playing Overwatch. Just because who was it, May or whatever, would just like freeze you, and then you're just you're an ice person,
It's
Right.
also because you suck.
and it's annoying.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
it's
certain
like
powers that are just annoying.
you're like, if I wanted to get frozen, I'd have sex with Ice Queen and lose my penis.
Exactly.
I mean,
Just break right off.
right.
I mean, if it's any consolation, that means he did a good job, I guess.
Right. It's like, well, I'll take this.
I
one
went
to the
out.
bank.
I went out on top. You know.
I'd be like, could you give me those shards of glass back? I'd like to at least put them in a jar.
Try to glue it back together. Decoupage it back to life.
Would you watch the show again? Would you binge
Yeah.
it again?
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
Really?
It-
I don't know if I would.
I would rewatch it.
I think it was funny enough. There were so many like great lines that I know we're missing. Dude, I said one when we were off the air. How about when Huey is approaching the who's the Jesus guy?
Fucking
Ezekiel?
Ezekiel.
And he's like, he gets baptized by Homelander, so his phone
He's like,
fails.
we fucked.
He's like, you fucked me. You fucked
And
me.
he was like, what do you mean? He's like, I have a video of it on my phone.
And
You played my ass like a jazz flute.
My ass was the trombone, and you played it
like jazz.
That's it.
That was insanely hilarious, dude.
He's like, blackmailing is not fun. It is not easy.
I
like,
loved
it's
when he was
just
like
really
shooting people and he's like, I'm sorry. I was like, you're such a bitch.
So I think Huey did an awesome job. The
Huey was
actor in
awesome.
the show. Who is it, Caleb?
He was adorable, lovable.
Yeah.
Jack Quaid.
Okay.
He wanted to be bad to the bone, but he wasn't.
Okay. Is that like?
Has he done anything else?
Is it no? But is it one of the? It's definitely not Randy Quaid's son.
Dennis Quaid.
Is it Dennis Quaid's son?
Is he
I wonder.
Dennis Quaid's son. Can you Google, does Dennis Quaid have any sons?
I have a feeling it is.
Yeah. me too.
Oh, he's in all the Star Treks.
So did you notice when
This
you
guy?
were?
This Quaid?
Yeah, he's in the Star Treks. Oh, the new TV shows. He's in the new TV show.
Okay. Did you notice in the books that Huey was modeled after Simon Pegg?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? And then they got Simon Pegg to
To
play
play his
Huey's dad. Like
Right.
that was awesome, dude. Like that was such a nod.
When we were watching the show, I was like, I didn't know he was in the show. Like,
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
like-
We like
awesome.
literally both laughed.
Yeah,
We
it
were
was
like, oh
such
my
a
God.
nod, dude. I wish they would have done the show that Simon Pegg could have been Huey. Could you imagine how good this show would have been with him as
Oh, it would've
Huey?
been awesome.
Like in the Shaun of the Dead
Yeah.
era. Like
Shaun of the Dead.
I just
Yeah, that would have been great.
the show was awesome. My ass was a trombone and you played it like
jazz.
I don't know if it's gonna get any better than that.
No.
See, those are the parts with the show that makes me want to say it was a 4. But
Agreed.
what takes me down to a 3.5, honestly, for me, is Butcher.
Butcher and the endings was just kind of.
And not Carl Urban. Carl Urban was awesome. I think but it was
But
just
it's the overall character, the script for him.
yeah,
the
he just
character.
wasn't prepared for anything.
No, and the entire time his team is questioning that.
Yeah.
His team's like,
And he's
dude,
just angry.
what are you doing? You're putting us all at risk. Like Butcher in the comics wouldn't have done that.
No.
No,
And he doesn't do it.
no.
Throughout the comics.
Doesn't have to.
There's one point in the comics he has a rooftop meeting with Homelander and he's like smirking and laughing at him the whole time.
Right.
And Terror, his bulldog, pisses on Homelander's boot.
Typical bulldog.
Right, like while they're talking, and then like finally, like Homelander's talking forever, and and then Butcher's like, it's funny while you've been talking here, you weren't paying attention to what Terror's doing. He looks down, and the dog's just pissing all over his boot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like, but that's Butcher. He
Mm-hmm.
laughs in the face of danger in the book, and in this, he's just
all over the place,
unhinged,
like
yeah.
totally unhinged.
yeah, that was a miss for me, a big miss.
And I agree that it wasn't like an acting issue.
No.
It was a script issue.
Yeah. And I don't know where they're going for that. So let's jump into the end and we can catch out of this episode.
Okay.
Patty Pivot. Yeah, she's still alive. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about the mommy issues at all?
I guess. Oh, man, this show, I feel like we could do 100 episodes of this.
Yeah. We can, there was a lot to cover.
What about when he's like glaring through the wall while she's pumping her breast? Or what about the time when she starts lactating, touching his face?
Right.
You're leaking. Oh, thank you.
I thought,
There were just so many weird moments between those two.
and I thought she was a good villain.
She was a good villain.
What was her
Name? I don't know.
It's
Blonde chick.
Elizabeth Sue, right?
Dude, how do you come up with this stuff like on the spot? Like,
It's honestly very impressive.
You were just making fun of me like an asshole the other day.
About the food.
what's her
Fukuyama
name?
thing?
What's her name in the show? Stillwell.
Stillwell.
Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
He was
That
right.
is
I know,
Marty
it's-
McFly's mom.
That's what I thought.
Cheers.
Old Marty McFly.
She was an awesome villain.
She was an awesome villain. She was so fucked up.
Yeah, she got some problems.
Homelander, who of course was like raised like a lab rat. as
Was
he
there
says.
a moment where you thought maybe Homelander was her kid or something?
No. I was like, I told Caleb, I was like, here's the thing. You can be into this, you can be into that, but when you start to do the whole like, I'm gonna baby talk you and treat you like you're my child, that's
Yeah.
when it gets very weird.
Yeah.
Like, that old CSI episode with the dude in the diapers who's like the governor.
That's real.
Yeah, that it is. And it's, what is that wine?
Detention. A sweet red table wine by Peninsula Cellars.
Michigan.
They are located on M22 up in Michigan, right outside Traverse City. Beautiful winery located in an old schoolhouse.
Everyone says go to Traverse City. Also paired with
Cheese
Cheez-It like crackers.
Cheese crackers.
Cheese crackers.
Cheese bites.
So the mommy issue.
Yeah, so he was raised like a lab rat. All of these soups are getting injected with this, drug as a baby that makes them super. He is a true experiment, so he doesn't have a family. And he latches on to this woman in like a very weird
Yeah.
maternal sexual way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super
And
weird.
it was uncomfortable, definitely,
It was very uncomfortable.
in so many ways, and it happens multiple times. And then he murders her ass randomly.
That scene was incredible though.
So
like
intense.
when he loses it and he just like
Lasers her eyes.
It's
yeah.
like, thank you for finally being honest with me.
Back to my whole I don't understand why Superman shoots heat vision. That doesn't
Register.
You have X-ray vision, super strength. You have all the powers.
right. Like what does the
You
sun
honestly need to laser people too.
like what does the sun do? And also too, like if you could laser people, do you need to do anything else?
No.
Like look at Homelander when he goes into that terrorist
Yes,
like
and
so
he's
he's just
just
like
Yeah.
he didn't need to like super strength anybody or
No.
hear through walls. He just
That's the original red light therapy.
yeah. It's
It's just Cyclops.
yeah, it's Cyclops. The mommy issues were weird.
They were
Stillwell
weird.
was an incredible villain. I kind of wish she would have stuck around for season 2.
Me too.
Do you think that Butcher was just trying to kill himself at the end or kill
Kind
that
of.
baby?
Okay, so the baby, I was like really concerned about the baby.
Well, he killed the baby.
He did?
Well, I mean, there was
It wasn't there on the grass.
He blew that bitch up.
yeah, there was a lot of C4 strapped to her. I just love that he knew that that wouldn't hurt Homelander, so I feel like he just had to want to kill himself, where he's just like,
It was
fuck
just
it.
odd. I mean, I said to Caleb twice, I was like, what about the baby? Like, I don't know. It bothered me that the baby was just like motherless.
See, I was waiting at that moment, like I was deflated at the end of the season.
You were deflated.
I wanted more. Like the whole season was a banger. It moved fast. It's only 8 episodes, so I binged it. That the end of that episode, I was just kind of like, huh. Like I could tell,
Of
like
episode 8.
yeah, I could tell it wasn't going to like end on an ending. It was just
Yes.
like
I got to a point where I was like, what is their plan?
right, because there's like you could see there's 10 minutes left, and you're like, man, they're not getting anywhere.
No.
So that just left me a little like deflated by the end, and then to find out Homelander's baby survived and Butcher's old lady, and that's a thing in the book. I haven't read far enough throughout the books, but in the book he talks about essentially that scenario where his wife was raped by Homelander and he had to like murder the baby in the middle of like because the baby lasered out of her belly and he had to like kill it with a lampshade or
Holy
something.
a lampshade?
I think it was actually the lamp, not the shade.
I was going to say, it's probably the actual lamp.
I think he
Hit me
put
with this
the
piece of paper. Like,
he put the shade on the baby's head. And he's like, now you don't know where you are, you little fuck.
Little shit.
Spider-Man. Fuck.
So I don't know. I haven't read far enough in the books. The books are a great read. They're a fast read. They're fucking insane.
They're intense.
They're not appropriate for work.
And SFW.
Yeah. They're wild. The show is talk of the town.
Also NSFW.
Yeah. It was worth it, man. It was really good.
It was really good. It's very quick. At a minimum, watch the show.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say that was over the top from the books to the shows, which like our buddy Tony was
All
like,
of it.
well, buddy Tony was like, oh, I wish there would have been more like sex between Butcher and the
Of course,
CIA
that's what Tony
director.
said.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And I'm like,
Tony?
dude, they alluded to it. Like, I don't need to like in the comics. There's like 2 or 3 page spreads of like,
Explicit sexual content.
yeah, like with the teenage Jinx. I thought that was like.
Tony, if you want to
Funny
watch
and well.
porn, get on Pornhub. Honestly.
Here's the link. Don't throw a square cracker in my mouth.
Okay, ready? No. You try to
My
catch
nose
it.
got in the
Ready?
way.
It's a square. This is
I mean,
dangerous.
who's surprised there?
Yes! It landed on his head, and that's perfect.
What are the odds?
Get your camera out.
Okay.
It's still stuck in his head.
I'm at 3%. Get the bottle of wine, even if it's fake.
Okay.
Don't let it drop.
Dude, I think it's stuck there with some sweat.
Let me take one more.
Dude, we have that on camera, which is the best part. Send us that clip.
You look so pure. He's a white girl wasted.
All right, let's cash out of this episode. Watch The Boys.
Spoiler: Patty Spivot's still alive.
Patty Spivot's still alive. This I'm chewing into the microphone.
Predator is still alive.
Dude, she should have ended up with the Flash, not on The Boys.
Oh. All right. Oh, that is her.
That's Patty Spivot.
Oh!
You didn't notice? That
I
was
didn't
my
know that.
reference.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I didn't know. Like, I thought it. Like, I knew you were referencing something, but I wasn't thinking like Flash season.
Yes, that's her, dude.
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Patty Spivot.
Yeah.
Remember when she gets on the train and she's like, "Just tell me you're the Flash and I'll stay." And he's like, "Nice to see you, ma'am." And dips. I was like, damn.
She was like, "That's all right. I'm fucking Homelander." So I'm out of here anyways.
Aren't we all?
Aren't
It's not like
we?
you have a choice.
That's right. That's right.
That was a little rape joke.
All right. We're cashing out of this episode. Once again, huge shout out to our sponsors. Chelsea, hit them with those sponsors.
Red Roof, Vault, SourcePoint, Ashcan.
Speak for the
Speak
Unspoken.
for the Unspoken.
And you can link over to all of our sponsors anywhere you stream your podcast services and find us anywhere on social media over at heroesbythepint.com. You can also click over to our Patreon page and support this podcast for as little as $1 a month. It goes a long way to supporting this podcast, and we send out really fun prizes each and every month. We're getting ready to do a drawing after the show for a little Warped Wing prize pack that's coming out.
Don't forget History Swagger.
History Swagger.
Okay.
That's right. History Swagger. They're coming at it.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Always check out our backlog of episodes. Next week, we're coming at you with a Swamp Thing episode. And
That's right.
coming up soon, we're going to be doing The Kitchen, which
Yes.
is hitting theaters.
Oh, I thought you were gonna show your remodeled kitchen. And I was like, that's cool. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's going to be a DIY HGTV style podcast.
The Kitchen looks banging, dude.
The Kitchen
Elizabeth
looks good.
Moss, Tiffany.
Oh, I thought you meant your. Wait, I thought we were still talking about your kitchen.
Tiffany.
Your kitchen does look banging though.
It does.
It's-
I don't want to mess up this name and get made fun of by Chelsea. Is it Tiffany? Is it Haddish or Hadish?
Oh, well, I'm not going to make fun of you for that.
Melissa McCarthy.
Just when you're like Fukuyama.
It was so close.
Let's see. I mean,
Oh my god.
It'd be like
That's
calling-
like saying, what's the German guy's name? Franz Krautz.
It would be like calling Caleb who.
No,
It'd be close.
it's nothing like that.
Pretty close. All right. Cheese It
it's not.
and Wine Box.
$25.
That's right. We're coming back at you every week. Heroes by the Pint. We are out.
Out.